You think it's gonna go crazy?
Yeah. Well,
They do have a Medusa. You're already locked in. Never mind.
all right, I'm locked in. I also think that they don't have enough AoE.
I'm going for Mineski in this one as well. I believe in the ice brood. Let's find out what's gonna happen in game number 1 with OD Pixel and Fogged.
Thank you very much, Shiva. Yes, time for some more Southeast Asian Dota 2. We of course have the teams ready to go. The draft is complete. What are we reckoning, Fogged? Who's coming out on top? It's got to be a pretty powerful final pick brood. Sure.
Hey, you got the last 2 right, didn't you? You got all 3 right in the last
series. Oh, if
now you're the expert. Let's hear
if I was looking at this game,
let's see.
I would say I'd say I feel Mineski's got it here.
You do.
I feel they do. The brood, the Medusa. I mean, you were kind of selling me on the Medusa during the draft, saying, you know, it's a Medusa, sure. PL, yeah, you get diffusal on that, but
don't let me influence
the illusions
you.
die.
Come on, man.
I think Mineski, they got a good draft, but TNC, they've had some strong games yesterday. They did have some sort of questionable games, some sort of weird plays. So they are going to have to pull it together here, but I'm looking forward to seeing what 40-37 and the boys can do.
Yeah, I mean, we got Tim's on Earth Spirit, right?
Yeah, Tim's Earth Spirit.
So I think the drafts are pretty close. I think just the one thing that has to happen for Mineski is they can't, if they fall behind in the laning phase, I think they can just really fall behind super hard throughout the mid game because they have an Undying on their team.
I mean, they can play the farm game though with the Medusa, couldn't they? Like, there is recovery options if they do get behind.
Sure, they do have those type of recoveries, but they have Avenge and they have Undying. These two heroes, if they fall behind in the early game, they don't really have those great recovery things. They need to go through fights, and fighting into TNC's lineup is a bit scary because they have a bit more team fight in regards to that. So we'll see how it plays out after the laning phase. I think, like Charlie said, we will with the musical lanes coming out. They want to get the matchup of the Broodmother versus the Razor coming out from Mineski bottom. Fight coming out, Tim's. Mushi still Wave of Terror. Push them away. Not one on top for the stun at the start. Lots of decay steal though.
So
12 strength.
Who's going to be wanting to dodge a who? Are you saying with these lanes?
It looks like they want to have the Razor versus the Broodmother. Okay. I think that, like Charlie was saying, the Bat Rider versus the Brood works, but Razor as well now is a lot easier because you're not invisible as Brood anymore. So you get that link. It's pretty nice. I think that either way though, Broodmother's gonna farm. Yep. I don't think you can prevent that from iceiceice.
So all the action at the moment going to be down on this bottom lane, especially with the smoke cut from 1437 and Tim's.
I think my biggest concern for TNC would really be the Phantom Lancer. Because, you know, they picked the PL into the Dusa because he's diffusable, as you were mentioning. But I think if PL starts to fall too far behind, it can be very troubling to play versus Medusa. But if they can get in the early game and then they can have this Phantom Lancer go toward the late game, it can work pretty nicely as well. Bottom lane, this pressure from the tri lane.
Yeah.
Ninja Boogie.
3 stacks.
One more hit.
One more touch would have done it, but he can't quite get it.
That was close.
Disruptor kept alive. Seeing the pressure that TNC can put on in that bottom lane.
Look at top. Raven getting full links pretty much every single time. Until the spiders start building up, that is a Razor favored matchup. It's a couple levels on ice, and he's going to be doing just fine in mid lane. Big disparity. Nana 9-2 to the 4-0 of Kuku.
And in the 1v1 situation, this is not going to get any easier for the PR. Yeah. Kuku needs to have rotations to come in if he wants to sort of overrule the Medusa in this 1v1.
Yeah, I haven't been seeing PL actually have too many good games. Yeah, at least for us in DreamLeague. Been struggling quite a bit.
Just invisibility ordered. Death tax.
CS. Safe laners. Avenge for 7 for 3, 5 for 0 on the Razor. So it looks like the sort of iceiceice actually coming out on top of this lane. Even though those long duration static links have been there for Raven.
He got the creeps behind the tower. He pulled the wave and got a couple denies, and that's why Raven is actually behind at the moment. And that's really good for the Broodmother, because once you get those spiders built up, there's no way the Broodmother can, there's no way that Razor can deal with this.
Mid lane Moon's got to be careful. There's 3 heroes looking for a play upon him. And trying to put him down here with the Spirit Lance.
Kuku dodged the snake there with the doppel. That was a really nice play.
So that Moon will be okay for now. Still, as we can see, both supports looking in on him on the mid lane.
Oh, that snake did not bounce to the range creep there for Moon. So It's actually a really big deal to pay attention to that when you're looking at these type of Medusa match. You get a couple like unfortunate bounces, you can actually get punished by rotations. And you see 1437, he's positioned around the mid lane. They really want to punish this because they need these lanes to go better. Mineski in a very good spot at the moment because, you know, they're playing with an Undying lane. They're playing with an Undying in their game. They need to be out ahead in the laning phase. Very good start for them. TNC. Gotta start making some moves. He's losing all 3 lanes at the moment.
Scan from Moon. He's worried about these movements. And, he's right to be worried. They come in from the other side. They're not where he scan. Like it matters though still, as he is able to get back behind the tower. He's
secured. Like this mid matchup is already secured now though. The Medusa is so low on mana, can't even spam the snake out onto PL. Kuku farming just fine now at the moment. Razor as well, going for the plasma field levels so he can actually clear some spiders. For now, once they start building up, well, they are pretty tanky to magic damage. And he will build a farm jungle with them at all times. And Witch Doctor can't really do a whole lot to help out a Razor.
Jabz. Being chased down here. I'll go straight for the TP out. Managed to take the Bat's bounty in as well as his own. Very nicely in the XP on that Undying. Mid lane. Again, another attempt in on Medusa, but the backup is there from Jabz.
Oh, Jabz has the dream. That's an arcane rune on Undying. He's just gonna sit here for a while and guarantee that Moon catches back up. Because Moon is probably like, I need to get a couple Mystic Snake to get my mana back. And he has, so he's starting to recover a bit. He's fairly even in that mid matchup though. And Razor 2 top, now finally starting to get bullied. Those levels are coming on the Brood. They need to make lane adjustments.
And in comes the bat indeed, Sam H. Switching lanes. So he can try himself to put some pressure on the Brood, have that safety of the Firefly.
It's awkward though already now for TNC. They don't have like great positions in these in this top lane. Ice actually getting sticky stacked up. Has to be able to get the range away. He does. Yeah, they have to start like moving these lanes around. So it is awkward because they're starting to wasting some gold and they have to make these adjustments. So now Razor is making his way toward bottom to try to contest versus this. Is that right? Okay, so Razor has queued up a Soul Ring. I think maybe he'll change. Okay. That. I think maybe he did that because he was versus the Brood.
Yeah, maybe because he will, but he just want to have constant. Yeah.
And Sam H just keeps getting forced out of top lane too. So this is definitely problematic for TNC. But now,
oh, the cast coming out as well. They've got to try and get Mushi out of there. The Maledict bringing him down low. Turn with the magic missile. Look back towards 1437. The tombstone's been dropped. He's trying for the kill Mushi. He doesn't get it.
He had 17 wand charges. What the?
Did he?
Yeah, Mushi has literally 17 charges that he didn't use.
Oh, he could have lived for that kill then.
The heck?
And that would have been a first blood as well if he had lived.
It would have been first blood.
That would have been first blood.
He sat on Agi treads the whole time too. I mean, the Maledict was there.
It was level 1 Maledict. If he popped the wand.
Yeah, I think he would have been just fine. Like if he went if he magic sticked and switched to strength treads, he just sat on Agi treads and tanked all that damage. He gets hit by a max range plasma field as well. That was definitely a mistake coming out from Mushi there. And they cost them.
Misses out first blood.
Yeah.
Cost the carry's life.
Kind of mistakes are things you can't do, especially versus a team like TNC. Mid lane, Kuku pulling further and further ahead of this Medusa. Pretty damn impressive for him.
The glimpse back. Tim's quick with the boulder smash. Magic missiles there from Mushi. Tim's rolls out, TP's out. He's out of there.
Wow.
Can't quite catch him.
TNC getting some plays coming out here. Top though. Daryl, iceiceice, still doing incredibly well versus this Brood. Sam H has to be careful here.
Just get the kill here, iceiceice. Yeah, this is spooky.
The new Spiderlings have so much magic resist. They have less health overall, but versus a Bat Rider, you don't really burn down those spiders whatsoever here. Now the tower.
7 minutes down.
Yep.
It's a good start for the iceiceice Brood.
So like you said, that Brood can really start to take over, and it's beginning to happen. He's going to have so much openings because now when you take that top tower as a Brood, you have access points to the whole enemy jungle.
I mean, who do you sort of send on a spider killing mission? Like who can who can go out there and deal with this Brood at this stage of the game. It's hard with the line that TNC have.
None of their heroes actually can kill those. They have to have like multiple sticky stacks for him to try to do that. Plasma Field's not going to do it. Sam H getting surrounded again up top. The spiders are bringing him low.
Down bottom. That's going to be another attempt here onto Mushi's life.
This time he uses them. Okay, he uses one.
And that'll save him.
Yeah.
Maledicts will not be enough. The one charge is popped. But you say top lane, Sam, he's still trying to play around with this iceiceice Brood. But he's not having much success with it. And now iceiceice, he's taking it here to they've got to send more heroes up in their world. Tim's is on the way. iceiceice just sneaks back out. And he can go to jungle. He's just playing with them on top of these 10 spiders in one by one. Lane, pressure being put onto Moon, same down bottom. They've got the field down onto the Razor, trying to move in Jabz with the Undying. They've got the glimpse back onto Raven, and with that, Raven should go down. Mushi able to take the kill. The carry for the carry.
Nice glimpse by Boogie.
2k gold lead, 3-1. The strong lanes definitely aiming to be very strong for Mineski. I mean, there's a 61 CS on the Spider 9 minutes in.
Yeah.
And as we're saying, very little answers and ways that TNC can deal with the Spider that's had this sort of beginning.
I like how they are trying to make sure that the Medusa shut down. Now look at Kuku diving onto this Deuce in the mid lane.
Nearly gets it as well.
He's got another lance, but Moon does have some stick charges to heal him up. And also, we saw them block Ancients, which is something that we've been talking about a lot, which is very important versus the Medusa. It does get dewarded almost instantly, but the fact that they're even thinking about that is a nice approach by TNC.
I think you have to, don't you?
Yeah.
You really do. Any sort of Ancient farming here nowadays, it's just such an easy way to get an advantage if you allow them to take their Ancients and keep control of them.
They definitely have a spider problem, though.
Oh, yeah. Ice.
He's going to be taking 2 already.
10 minutes in, that top lane just disappearing before TNC's eyes.
Moon, mid, getting dove up again by Kuku.
He's back up.
Damage.
The Silver's it's not going to be soon enough.
Nope.
He's down. Getting overwhelmed by the PL in these early stages of the game, the Medusa.
Bottom now, Mushi as well, getting dove. Raven is 1437.
And with the Maledict on him, Mushi, he is going to go down. Tims comes in with a boulder smash, wrap around. Mushi trying to turn, but the silence is there for Tims. Mushi's down. They clean up the bottom lane as they also take the life of ninjaboogie. TNC turning up the pressure, putting some damage onto this team. And fortifications there, of course, for Mineski. So, I mean, they are getting stuff down here as a 3. They're getting good kills onto Mushi. And the kill on Medusa in lane as well, but I'm just, iceiceice can do so much this game with this Broodmother.
Yeah, as we were saying, they have massive Brood problems. He's gone for the Vlads and Medallion build so he can start doing those Ancients. He's going to have Solar Crest too in a second.
Oh, and they could do Roche really nicely. But with him, the Vengeful Spirit, and the build that he's got, as you say, once the Solar Crest is done, Roshan is definitely going to be a target for Mineski. And, I mean, TNC, they've got decent team fight, but when the Stone Gaze is there, it could become an issue for TNC trying to get into the pit and contesting Rush.
Moon only has, the Medusa only has 40 CS at 11 minutes.
It's struggling.
It's actually, he's not had the best time in that mid lane. 65.
Oh, this is big. If they can get away with it, they've got the last note, silenced as well, and the Spider is down. Massive kill for TNC. And now they're going to look to try and turn it into more. The Static Storm down from ninjaboogie, trying to hold back the side. Mushi finds the magic missile, but he's been surrounded. Mushi, he's going to go down as well as iceiceice. They also pick up ninjaboogie on the backlines as Tims gets the kill. TNC. Doing exactly what they need to. If they can kill that Spider, it opens the game up and makes things so much easier. Mushi at this stage is not in a scary place. He has proved to be quite an easy pick-off time and time again for TNC this game one.
This is exactly what you were just saying too, is that TNC has this much stronger team fight. So if they do get a head-on engagement, especially away from the Undying, there's no way that Mineski can take it. And Undying's actually gone for a bit of a different kind of build. Jabz has skilled the Flesh Golem, so he's got a 2-2-1 build, not even 2 points in the Tombstone. So it is much weaker in that aspect. They have to play around him if they want for those type of plays. Or just either that, or just let Daryl do his own kind of aspect in the game. Have him be top alone, and they have to 4-man and play around that. At the moment now, Kuku is starting to get pretty massive, almost with the Fusel Blade finished up on that Phantom Lancer, which is a big concern. As the panel mentioned, Lumi was saying there's not really good solutions for Phantom Lancer illusions. It's only really the Dusa.
Yeah, and the thing about the Juicer is it's all about who gets the head start in a game, because if the Juicer's ahead, it's very easy for her to clear out the illusions if she has those points of split. But as you say, at this stage of the game, as soon as the Fusel comes out, there's going to be a very, very scary period for the Medusa, where she will struggle insanely against these mana burn illusions appear.
Yeah, I think Mineski needs to just have defensive wards up. They need to let this Dusa farm the Ancients. It's either let Dusa farm Ancients or run as a 4-man unit and let Broodmother farm Ancients. It's one or the other. You can't just have you can't have everybody together and just let TNC dictate the pace of the game. SMH
trying to catch it. Out. Get the trap with the kinetic and the static storm. Nice. Damage is caught out and down.
This is a good approach, fighting around the tombstone and stuff, but they're getting pincered now. TNC, the rest of them are coming. They don't have Disruptor ulti.
Mushi trying to come in from the back. He's looking towards Tims. Will take down the Earth Spirit, but they've lost ninjaboogie on the Disruptor. He gets the kinetic field off before he dies. But look at this Death Ward go to work as it pummels through iceiceice's Brood. 1437. Getting the damage in there with the ultimate to take down the spooky spider. TNC again in these sort of team fight situations just seems to be a little too much for Mineski's lineup to handle at this stage.
Yeah, as soon as Disruptor ulti is expended, as soon as Tombstone's dropped, the fight for Mineski just can't continue. And TNC with a really nice wraparound though. That was not expected from Mineski. They went all the way through the enemy jungle and wrapped around mid. Or bottom, I mean, Moon gets spotted. And this is an easy kill here for TNC.
Raven jumps in for the fun.
So that space, Mineski was just trying to make space for this Dusa to farm up, and he gets caught out and dies too, so all their efforts are for naught.
They've got to slow this game down some, Mineski. And with the Dusa, they can recover their strength, the farming potential. But it's going to be hard with TNC playing as aggressive as they are.
Yeah. With the diffusal finished on. Yeah, no, even, I mean,
terrifying.
1437 has a Glimmer Cape at 15 minutes on a Witch Doctor. As the, I guess you could say the hard 5 Witch Doctor. So he's farming very well. And that can make a big aspect into these upcoming team fights. They're going to have save at all times from that. And he already has max level Cask with high level Maledict for the fights. And here we go. They're not slowing down whatsoever. Trying to take fights non-stop.
There we go. Kuku kicking things off onto Jabz. Jabz throws down the tombstone. Static Storm is not going to catch anyone at all. The PL's already out of there. iceiceice being forced back up the high ground. He'll turn, try man fight against Sam H. He's bringing the bat down low, not quite low enough for the kill. Sam H continuing to kite up iceiceice. The spider has to run. TNC seeing if they can chase down more. They've got eyes onto Mushi. Raven coming in with the wraparound. Mushi with the swaps. Tank this for me, ninjaboogie. And ninjaboogie has no option, he has to. So ninjaboogie will go down. Mushi's still alive for now. He's going for the kick. Tim's just off the mark, but Raven here will be able to clean up the kill as he comes in with the plasma field. And again, 13-6.
They're looking for Daryl too.
Oh, they're gonna find him. iceiceice came back in for the Witch Doctor kill, but it cost him his life. It's getting massively out of hand for Mineski.
Yeah, this is starting to get out of control, honestly. Yeah. They have an Undying in their lineup, and it's 16 minutes in, and they're behind. It's looking really unfortunate here for Mineski at this point here with the Deuce on their draft. They don't have any way to take these engagements. They can't fight versus the pace that TNC is keeping up, and I think TNC is going to just continue this. They're not going to slow down whatsoever. So Lumi was talking about how the Eternal Envy Razor went for these cheap small items. Raven did the exact same build. Phase, Drum, Hood. He's just looking to get involved and run at this Mineski lineup with this Razor. And Kuku's got such high farm rate already. Top of the board. Mineski have to slow the pace down, as you were mentioning before. They can't keep just trying to run into this. They have to split the map up with the Broodmother and try to take more advantageous team fights with outnumbering.
Even splitting the map up with the Brood is hard now because of just the fact that TNC's heroes, they're well leveled, they're well kitted out for this stage. It just sends a couple of them. You get one sort of lockdown, and you'll almost certainly have the damage to take down iceiceice.
I think they have to start doing that though, because even if they start losing some hero, even if Mineski loses some heroes, I think that's like what they have to do, because they have these 3 cores that have to farm, right? Broodmother, Vengeful, and Medusa, they have to go farm out different lanes, which is always going to reveal the fact that Mineski split up. So TNC will go for that advantage. I think they just have to sack one of them. One of them has to realize it's like, I can't be that farmer. I think we've said that a few times from like, I think at TI, some of the panel members were even saying like, if you're showing 3 of your cores in a lane, one of them is bound to die.
Bottom lane, Mushi, and he'll show, and he'll die. Oh, Maledict, he's gonna pop surely.
Let's see. Oh, raindrop not enough. Maybe if he ate a fire, nah, he would have died.
He took a lot. He went from 1400 like 200. That was a lot of damage.
Level 4 Maledict, lots of damage.
He did.
Top, maybe they're gonna get a catch onto Sam H though.
Yeah, maybe there's back. Oh, did try from TPL. Wasn't gonna be the case. Too much damage at the same time in the mid lane. That's another dead spider. Spiders will find Tim's in return, but these are the cores of Mineski going down time and time again. And still as the game goes on, PL, he's yet to die. He's having a beautiful time.
The wards coming out from TNC, they have so much vision around the map to make all these aggressive moves.
Oh no. RNG. I tell you what, we've seen a few unfortunate doppelgangers recently.
Yeah.
A lot of the times, the environment screwing over some PLs.
Tim's will give his buddy some words of encouragement. Don't give him. So very good first 20 minutes coming out from TNC. Just punishing every time we see Mineski showing in all 3 lanes.
I think Mineski, as I say, I still think there is a good amount of faith to be held in the Medusa. Sure, she's behind, but it's definitely not irrecoverable. If this keeps going on for like what, at least 10, 15 more minutes, this Medusa is likely to be at the top of the net worth with the farm that she can get, unless TNC can continue to focus on catching him. Kuku being eyed up.
They don't have a great way to catch Kuku.
Nah, it's all on. Well, I guess it's literally all on the disruptor, but at the same time that's hard unless you get the straight up static storm. Glimpse can be dodged, of course.
Yeah, glimpse dodge from the Doppel. And he's got Shadow Blade too, so he's looking for pickoffs.
Oh.
With this PL build, looking for Jabz.
He's gonna find it. And as a Jabz.
Oh, he's gonna get a tombstone.
I feel like this tombstone hurt the team that the Undying's on much more than
he didn't get Doppel off.
Oh,
they don't have this. Oh, they do have sentries. Ninja Boogie didn't even drop it.
Oops. Hang on. Did he? Maybe he didn't realize that the Shadow Blade was there, even though his mate just got jumped on with the Shadow Blade, and then thought that maybe he just didn't catch the PL.
I think that he thought that he doppelgangered.
Yeah, he thought he didn't catch him, I guess.
But Kuku, that time
didn't see him.
That time was because Arcane Rune, so he had a lot of he had the lower cooldown on that Shadow Blade. But yeah, slight mistakes coming out from Mineski, and they're getting punished. TNC.
That's a bit of a weird one. What's the PL going for next anyway with this?
Tagging him.
Alright, I like that. With the sort of the pace he's going, Ags early on is going to be nice. Jump forward, to kick things off. Holding back one, Stone Gaze comes through. As we are going to see Mineski try and turn this one around. PL looks to back up, but the magic missile is in, and Kuku, he's overstepped the mark. That's a big kill to go to Moon. Of all people, Mushi will still fall to the magnetized damage, but gotta be careful. You do have the lead, you do have the edge, but you cannot afford to be big kills to the Medusa.
A little overzealous.
The Hurricane Pike. I think this Medusa is scary. Raven, still very big. He's got the Shiva's Guard. TNC, they need to pull it together as a team and continue the momentum that built up from earlier without going one by one like the PL, like Kuku tried.
They've lost all their wards now. They placed all 4 pretty much at the same time, so all 4 despawning at the same time. They've lost a lot of vision for this time being. And Mineski's doing a pretty decent job of recovering. They're still 4K behind, but they are, splitting up their resources. They're pretty much making TNC pick and choose. Like, they have to kill one side of the map or the other.
Out of all the cores, only really Mushi.
Moon. He's getting sandwiched here. They put a ward down from 137.
Dream kill. When the Masterman is out, there's no chance to get rid of any sort of spell. He gets melted. And the last lane of the Ancients is being cleaned up by TNC as well. Mushi also caught out on the top. And the rest of Mineski will come in, see if they can find some kills to make TNC pay. They get the glimpse back onto Raven. He's pretty speedy. He's got the couple of Tims, and Raven, he's going to be fine by the looks of it. The Spiders trying to finish him off, but there's not enough damage for them. As it was, Raven will be fine. And now Mineski, they look to be in even greater trouble as they've lost iceiceice. They're going to lose Jabz on the Undying as well. Double kill for Samage.
As soon as we're saying they're starting to make a decent recovery,
yeah, that
TNC
happens.
just turns up the heat. 4K gold after that sequence of events. TNC just not slowing down whatsoever. Kuku absolutely dominating in this game as this Phantom Lancer. 8-1-8.
Getting pretty crazy. Mineski, they do have good high ground. But at the same time, if they dare step foot out at the base, which the Medusa needs to do, she needs to find the farm. That's what we've seen. That's pretty much being kept in tabs on by TNC. They will hunt her down when she's by her Ancients.
Yeah, the fact that they've lost all the outer towers pretty much, except for that one tier 2 mid. Yeah, the Medusa's avenues of coming back is very limited. And now DD Rune on Kuku. They are looking to fight. They don't need all their ultis. They've got Bat Rider Lasso ready. Magnetizes up in 10. They might just make the way into the Roche pit.
Yep, no reason not to get the Aegis. And then even consider trying to push for the high ground. The Axe complete on Kuku as well.
They threw out a scan and it catches Mineski on the high ground there. Okay. So they are felt a little bit worried. They want to just take a fight. They know they're stronger. And then they're going to go into that Roche. Mushi.
Oh, they are going to get him. Jump for the other two-man boulders. My Static Storm is down. But look at the death ball for the logo. 40-37 go for there. The glimpse is there to cancel it though. And Moon, he's picked up a double kill. Sam H has to back up. There'll actually be a buyback from Tims. They're trying to keep this fight going, but TNC, they're bleeding kills. They're losing cores. Raven's falling low. iceiceice trying to chase. He hasn't quite got the speed to keep up with the Razor, so Raven will be fine. Raven backs away. TNC with that buyback from Tims, continuing to try and turn things around. iceiceice looking to get back to the base with the soul rip. He'll be fine. Ooh, TNC seems so desperate to take the fight there. And at the end of the day, it does not go their way. Moon gets a double kill. Tim's buying back. So overall net worth, that gap's being closed. And as I said earlier, look at this Medusa. She is very close to being the most farmed hero in the game. She's only about 500 behind Raven's Razor. And that is going to close any minute now. She's got 3.7k gold. There's no doubt about it. This Medusa is still definitely a big issue for TNC, despite how well they're playing in the early game, the early laning stages. Look at this turnaround now on the net worth and XP. It is starting. They can't afford to lose another fight to Moon.
Yeah, that was pretty much just because of the location of where the fight is. They are in that small little ancient area, get caught by a big static storm from ninjaboogie into the stone gates. A lot of team fight coming out from Mineski in those kind of close quarters. They weren't able to grab the lasso onto anybody. They're
going to try again by the looks of it. They're looking for iceiceice, but he's out of there. The smoke jump revealed by TNC. They won't get a kill. They will look to Roche though. They're hovering around it.
They don't kill it fast.
They have got a Solar Crest on 40-37, but yeah, even with that, you say it's not the quickest.
It's not a great place for them to fight. Same kind of aspect as that high ground. It's a very close quarters area where Disruptor just thrives. Disruptor and Undying around the pit is an absolute menace. And Mineski now, they're looking to turn up the heat. They air smoke themselves. They've got mech on Undying. They've got a couple other items.
Did Medusa spend up any of her gold jets towards what the Scar deal? Oh, she's getting the mantle. Okay. Understandable with the Spirit Silence.
Yeah, and Broodmother has gone for the Radiance build.
They found a catch. Static's gone down. They found Raven. It's a big, big kill indeed. Raven down.
Very nice smoke coming out for them. Trying to meet with their Medusa to lead into a tower push, and they even find Raven. TNC still trying to set up here, though. They see Mushi. Tims is on the sidelines.
Oh, there we go. Jumping in. They'll look for the initiation. They've got the Maledict onto the Medusa. Up as well, healed up by the Star Rip. They've already lost Mushi, and with the control and the Death Ward, TNC, they claim 2. They'll get Ninja Boogie as well as the Boulder Smash is there from Tims to stop the TP. That is the defense. Fighting like that. Catching Mineski, arguably off guard, as I don't think they would have expected TNC to be that aggressive with their carry on the sidelines, but TNC showing that they could do it with Kuku, the damage coming out from the death wall, 1437 doing a lot in these fights with his Maledicts.
It was the control too. Tim gets in, gets a 2-man stun, and they get the Maledict on the Dusa, and then the cask. The cask is pretty much bouncing between the two supports over and over again. So just too much control, and now they can lead themselves into a rush. When somebody's dead with Solar Crest, with PL, with all these illusions, they start to clear it up. It'll be very hard for Mineski to make an attempt to go in.
Now, iceiceice can have a poke in, or a poke around. Knows that is going on. Can he do anything on the spider? It's hard. Doing a lot to 1437 there as the Glimmer Cape and back up.
You can't get into the fight though without being
It is unlikely that he can get anywhere close to this. And indeed. Oh, he's thinking about going on. Oh, iceiceice is trying. Oh, he gets the kill. He's able to get the kill, but Kuku will snatch the Aegis. There was a fair bit of time when the Aegis wasn't picked up, but iceiceice able to take the Roche kill.
Mushi though swaps out.
He's in trouble,
and now he is gonna get hunted.
Oh, if only iceiceice was able to pick up the Aegis there. There was a long time, it felt, where the Aegis was not being picked up. But he gets the kill at least. Classic iceiceice. Not sure how much that will do in the overall scheme of things, but it does give them that extra bit of money XP.
How the hell did he get that? Did he hit it, or did the Radiant?
I think he nuked it.
Okay, he knew. Okay, I mean that's
Maybe.
still not even that much damage.
It's still not that much with the resistance as was. Look, it gets in, it hovers around.
I think the Radiance Burn got the last hit. Because I didn't
You don't
see
think
him
he even hit it?
I don't think he hit it. It doesn't look like he attacked it.
I mean, maybe.
I think he just got some RNG right there, to be completely honest.
Did he not have a slot for iceiceice? I was surprised he didn't get the Aegis.
He cleared up a slot, but I think there was too much inside of it.
I mean, there was a lot of chaos around that pit.
Yeah.
Of course, Mushi doesn't get picked off for making a save.
How does he get the... I mean, I'm going to watch that one again after this. It looks like the Radiance Burn got it. Maybe he poked it. Maybe he poked it once and then.
How much magic resistance to Roach have again?
It's lower than it used to be.
It is okay. I'm gonna say, but still, get in that Roach. There is that Aegis on Kuku though, and I think TNC can look to try and do something big with that.
I think the Roshan Magic is like 50%, maybe 55. It's about half. I know. Okay. It's very close to 50 or 55%. I can't remember exactly. Raven, full BKB up now on the Razor, so he can actually get into the fights a lot easier versus this Disruptor. Very tanky on the Razor now too.
Yeah.
Almost level 20, can choose for that 10 armor if he wants to, and then it'll be pretty hard to bring down.
Actually got a complete Silver Edge on the PR.
Okay.
That was better with the sneaking around, and I want to say, I might be totally wrong here, but if you can get the touch on Mushi, it stops those illusions spawning and hitting them back.
Yep.
Which, you know, it's a considerable bit. You don't really want a PL illusion punching at you after you've killed someone.
It breaks the Vengeance Aura, and it also breaks
Oh, no, it doesn't create an illusion of them, it creates illusion.
Yes, yeah, and it breaks the incapacitating bite from the Broodmother as well.
Oh, that is true. That is one of the big ones.
With this Aegis.
Hey, the managed to find the grab it. Straight in on iceiceice. He's brewed into the Maledicts. iceiceice. No way he can survive for this, surely no. He's down for 75. Moon trying to head forward, cleans out the tombstone. TNC will back up and iceiceice buys back in. This is going to be the challenge, pushing up to high ground boot. Closing in on the butterfly as well. Once he has that.
Yeah, it's tough, Rick, right? They have the Medusa, which is really good for the high ground defense, but TNC does have that Bat Rider. So if they do see anybody, they just grab them out of the pit, and then they can try to go for the number advantage. And now, iceiceice has no buyback on that Brood.
I mean, I don't know if he necessarily needs to buy that, unless they can find a play aggressively. Oh, Kuku. They just smoked, but Kuku was there, of course, in Viz. And now they're just going to jump in on them. Mushi getting low, but the Star comes in, Stone Gaze. Is it going to be enough to protect Mushi? It does. They get the Stone Gaze off the PL. No, he gets past it. He goes towards Mushi, but he's now going to look to turn back, and he knows if he can get ice. This is going to be a tie back on the Spider if they can. Star Rip's there. Will heal ice back up. The PL turns his attention towards Moon, who Hurricane pikes himself back up to the high ground. And away from the damage of TNC. That got a little spooky there for Mineski. As it seemed a little, I swear they smoked, and then as I say, the Silver Edge PR was sort of sitting there, and they were like, oh, hang on, someone's among us.
Yeah.
And then yeah, either way, everyone's surviving, and some big saves. They're just getting ice out of there. That could have been incredibly painful if they just lost the Brood straight off the back of that buyback.
That's the first time I've seen that ever. Did you see what talent Broodmother just picked up? The 20 spider attack damage over the attack speed. The attack speed talent was just changed last patch from 60, well, initially from 70 to 60, and then in 7.07.
I mean, that is a lot.
60 to 50.
Why was it that people did? Was it just because of the fact that in the fight the spiders normally just die? It's just not. Because for the pushing and everything else, the numbers add up way better for the spiders.
Gets spotted out here on the sides and picked off here by Tims. Well, they usually just die.
Yeah.
So I think.
But for pushing and stuff.
I think iceiceice, that's why he did it. Yeah, I think he's realizing they're having trouble just taking.
Because how much damage do they do normally?
18.
It's a lot of damage. That is a lot to add up.
If you have enough,
yeah,
I guess.
If you have an army built up, indeed, no disrupt that. The people are getting picked off by that.
Look at the spiders. They just killed Tims.
Oh my goodness, the spiders are freaking spooky.
They don't kill core heroes, but they can kill support heroes.
And then now the spider's dead for 100 seconds. iceiceice has not got buyback.
He's down.
That's the real spooky thing from Mineski. Can they hold? They've got the Medusa. They do. They should have the rest of the team up in time. 25 seconds and Disruptors back in, and they have got Butterfly complete on Moon. A good amount of damage. Say that they're losing the tier 3 tower. They got to get back here soon. Tier 3's gone. Mushi will be back up in a second. Looks like they may have to just accept the loss of this mid-Brax. They're turning their attention towards the Medusa. That evasion. Medusa's doing not quite as much. Actually swap back from Mushi. Look at this setup onto Kuku. Quick with a doppelganger. He will be fine. They can't quite get the catch on him. Now turning towards the Witch Doctor. Maledict down onto Moon. Flame Break actually knocking Moon close to 1437. But he's got the Glimmer Cape. He's got the TP. And Mineski, they do not have the detection.
They lost the melee racks.
Slowly but surely, TNC edging themselves closer and closer to victory this game.
Yeah. 30k gold lead, 20k experience lead. They've been doing an incredibly good job of not allowing Mineski to slow the pace down. At all times, they've just been pretty much running at them. Even though Moon is farmed, Mushi is incredibly shut down. 10,700 net worth on that Venge, and you look at the supports from TNC, they're right behind him. Mushi 3 and 10, really just getting punished heavily by TNC.
Yeah, there's not a lot this Venge can do at this stage other than be a sort of semi-reliable stun at this later portion of the game and the aura. Very hard for Mushi to really sit there and get stuck in the fights. He is rather far behind. And Aghanim's for Raven nearly complete, so the push even more scary.
Mushi again.
Oh, these grabs from straight in with the lasso, bringing the Venge back, and that is 70 seconds. No, Mushi does not have buyback, and TNC they're chasing more. Look at this speed of Kuku as it closes in onto Moon. But the break, this haste rune PL, forcing Mineski back, jumps up to the high ground. He's managed to find Disruptor there as well. That's 2 heroes down, but nearly a minute on Mineski.
Sam H is just finding the grabs all over the place. With this movement speed talent, with Shadow Blade, he easily closed that gap. And now, Kuku, full butterfly finished up. Again though, instantly, they have no hesitation. As soon as they have lasso, they go for those kills. They do not slow down.
Yeah, Sam's been playing very, very nicely.
Yeah, Sam is.
Some big grabs, and after having a bit of a struggling time up top here when he turned up against the Brood, he's pulled it together. Moon, he jumped on. Kuku's trying to start a fight straight away. Trying to sort of poke and prod the Stone Gaze out of him. The ult coming out from Raven with the Aghanim Scepter, punching into the racks. Can Mineski actually hold this? Still 10 seconds before they got the heroes back. Backdoor for the Kevin. Oh, they've actually got the grab. They've got it onto the Medusa. Do they have the damage there with the evasion? He's still alive for now, Moon. Does he get the aura? No, he's had a mana. He can't get the Stone Gaze out. He's down. 85 seconds, no Medusa. TNC. I think they may just have done it as they find iceiceice as well. They kept the pressure up. There was not the time for this Medusa to become the big scary snake lady that she'd hoped to be, and GG is called. TNC take game 1 against Mineski.
That was very well played.
Really nice
from finish. I mean, the Phantom Lantern for me, Kuku, absolutely spectacular performance from him.